no black woman do this shit, man. When they be working amongst a whole bunch of YT people, bro, and let's say you come in there or whatnot, I be door dashing and shit. I come in the office, I'm in the wrong office. She's staring at me, looking at me down, up and down, worse than the white people in there. The white people talking to me nice, they might be looking at me like I'm lost, but the black girl just straight mugging and bro, like that shit insane, bro. That shit make you feel like what the f, bro? And we're in the Woodlands, Texas, right? Like we're in the bougie area out here that we live in, right? So like, wait, you done got a little job out here and then completely like, bro, I look like you, we look like each other, bro. We supposed to be like, you feel me? Like what the f? Then like that just make me like even less. Like it don't make me y'all give you a distasteful taste, bro. Like what?
The man is not lying. He's not lying at all. I have been through this myself before. I have firsthand experience, and I've talked about this before on my channel. The way that some black women treat you is horrible. It doesn't take much to be kind. It's not that hard to crack a smile, but for some reason they look at you and will stare you up and down like you are their worst enemy when you haven't even done anything to them and don't even know them personally. Why is it so hard to be friendly? Even in customer service jobs, especially in leadership roles, a lot of them will give their subordinates a hard time. They will give them literal hell. And I will never understand why. And the guy in the video admitted that white people will go out of their way to be kind. They smile, they joke, they laugh, they acknowledge you, they wave. They make it a point to interact with you and show you a certain level of respect that every human is entitled to. Now, of course, it's not all black women and it's not all white people, but this is what I have experienced just in general. And even recently, I had an interaction with a black woman that was working a security job. Another position where just the authority, I don't know what it does. It just seems like it goes to their head. Because when you put them in a leadership position, like I said, I just don't know why they cannot do the job and still be friendly at the same time. Unless something warrants for them to, you know, be aggressive. But if somebody is just existing, why is it so hard for you to just have a normal interaction? So I went to my gym and I did my workout, everything. I was leaving my gym. In the process, I called my brother. So I was just, talking to him. I wasn't ready to get into my car yet. So I'm walking around my car. I'm just, standing outside of my car. And this black female security officer, she pulls up very slowly and she's just driving past really slow, but she is looking at me like I am a criminal. Like my face has been plastered all across the city and everyone is looking for me because I committed some type of heinous crime or something. She is just staring at me and making me feel uncomfortable. And I mean, just the look, I can't even imitate the look because it was just so bizarre. So she's looking at me, and then in the process, I guess she's directing this trucker of where he could park his truck. She goes around my car. I'm still on the phone with my brother, and she kind of pulls over in front of my car and rolls her window down, but she's still giving me this look. I told my brother, I asked him, I'm like, can you hold on for a second? So I asked her, now that her window's down, I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Like, because I'm questioning, like, am I in a wrong area? Should I move? Like, what is going on? I just don't understand why this woman seems like she has a problem with me when all I'm doing is I'm here. I'm at my gym where I pay to have a membership, and I'm in the parking lot. I'm not doing anything that would be considered a crime. I asked her, am I doing something wrong? Am I in the way? Do I need to move? And she's like, I'm trying to direct him on where he needs to go, and you need to get in your car. And I'm like, excuse me? So now you're directing me on what it is that I need to do. I thought security's job was to observe and report. There's nothing to report here. There's not even anything to observe. I don't want any confrontation. I see that, this could possibly escalate. So I just get in my car and I'm like, I'm just gonna leave. So I get off the phone with my brother and I'm driving away. But in the process, I'm thinking, like, why do I have to accept this behavior out of her? Why am I? Because I was just gonna let it go. I'm like, maybe she's just having a bad day. Maybe, I don't know. I was just chalking it up to her having a bad day and it's not that big of a deal. But I'm like, no, it kind of is a big deal, because I really wasn't doing anything wrong. I don't understand why she's coming at me like this. And it's a possibility she could be doing this all day to everyone that she has an encounter with. So her attitude really needs to be addressed. I turn around, I go back to the mall. I was just gonna call, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna go inside because I need to talk to somebody face to face about this, because now I'm kind of getting upset. I go inside the mall. I ask them, how can I find a manager? How can I find I have a problem with the security, with one of the members of security, and I need to report it. One of the associates, she tells me what I need to do. So I go to the area that I need to be at, but no one was there. So I just call the mall. I just sit inside the mall. I call the mall, and they have a specific line for security. So I dial that line, and the woman who answered, she asked me what was going on. So I explained the whole situation, everything that happened. But she says, okay, well, let me get the head of security so that you can speak to him and let him know what's going on, and he can address what happened. He comes on the phone. I do the same thing. I explain to him the same way that I'm explaining to you what the situation was and how it made me feel. I'm like, she's acting like she's law enforcement and I'm a criminal. I don't want to be treated this way. I'm at my gym. I'm minding my business. Granted, I was standing outside of my car, but there's nothing criminal about that. There's nothing wrong with that. I shouldn't have. Are there signs up or anything that says that I have to immediately get inside of my car? And she never said that I did anything wrong. But the way that she was staring at me and her attitude when I did question if there was an issue, it was just totally wrong. She should have dealt with it better than that. She shouldn't have did what she did from the get-go. If she wanted to direct the trucker or whatever she was doing, she could have done that without interacting with me at all. She didn't even have to look my way. I spoke to the head of security, and he just listened. He apologized. To me, honestly, it sounds like he may have had some issues with her before. He did not sound like he was surprised in the least bit. I don't know, but it sounds like it could be a possibility that she's had complaints before. He was not surprised. He apologized. He listened. He did not, question anything on my side. It was like, oh, here we go again. He told me that he would address her. He would let her know, whatever he needed to tell her, or, whatever was however he was going to deal with the situation, he just let me know that he was going to deal with it. So yeah, I was just, you know, in the beginning I was going to let it go, but then I'm like, no, like I don't want to be treated this way. I don't deserve it. And her superiors need to know the way that she is behaving out here, because if I had a bad attitude like she had a bad attitude, it could have definitely escalated. She might get a person like that who has nothing to lose and goes back and forth with her, and then next thing you know, it's something that gets out of hand. So I wanted them to know this is who is representing your company, and this is how she's behaving and treating people that really it's not warranted. I told him that I would follow up with him in a couple of days just to make sure that this was addressed, but I ended up just letting it go. I didn't call back or anything like that. But it just goes to show that, you know, I'm not the only person who has experienced this. I'm pretty sure plenty of people have, just like the man in the beginning of this video said, you know, just totally unnecessary, uncalled for. It's not a bad thing to be friendly with people, but it is a bad thing to mistreat people and to give people attitudes and, you know, this and that for no reason at all. Like, it just creates an environment that makes people feel uncomfortable, you know, and there's no reason for that. We should all strive to treat each other with respect. We should all strive to, you know, just treat each other decently and almost like brother sister, you know, relationship. Like we're one family. You know, we're not always going to get along, we're not always going to agree, and that's fine. But if someone has not done anything to you, there's no reason for you to treat them in that way. And, you know, so when I saw his video, I was like, wow, you know, other people are experiencing this as well. And it's not, like I said, it's not all black women that have attitudes. I don't do that. I don't walk around with an attitude. I try to be friendly towards everyone, no matter what type of day I'm having. And if I'm having that bad of a day that I feel like I have to mistreat people, then I'll just stay home. You know, I will have limited interaction with other people because I don't want other people to feel my wrath. It is unjustified. There's no reason why I have to take my anger or whatever I'm going through out on other people, innocent people who have nothing. You have to have more self-control and awareness than that. Like, when you're mean mugging somebody or looking somebody up and down for no reason, like, doesn't it process through your brain that this is, why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? Why is my mood this way, and why am I exhibiting this behavior? Like, I would think that their brain would go through some sort of process to kind of check it and correct it right then and there. But they just let it go on and mistreat people and act like it's normal and we're supposed to accept it. And then when we say something, we're the ones that are wrong. We're the ones that are offending them, because we don't want to tolerate it. We don't want to put up with that behavior. So it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like something is not wired correctly. It's just like glitching or something. You should have something in your mind that like you can correct yourself when you're going off or you're doing something wrong morally. You know, you should be able to catch it in the moment or before it even happens and say, this is not right. Why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. But they just let their emotions take over, and there is no filter. You cannot walk around treating people any kind of way. One day you might meet your match and somebody might go back and forth with you. Or you might be having a bad day and then somebody may treat you in a way that you don't want to be treated. You never know what people are going through. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just not right. I like to talk about things that I see, not a lot of people are talking about, not a lot of people are addressing. Sometimes people come in my comments, they don't like it. They don't like what I say. That's fine. I'm not going to not say it. It's my experience. I know that I'm not the only person who has experienced this. And I have a very low tolerance for just bad behavior. We all make mistakes. We all do things. We all have done things that we may not be proud of. But to make it a pattern, and when it comes to the point of people can just generalize and say this group of people or this set of people, then it's gone too far, and it's something that needs to be addressed. So that's what I do. That's what I do here, and I'm going to be honest about it. Have I always in my entire life treated people with the utmost respect? I try to. I'm not gonna make it my duty to go out of my way to make somebody feel bad or to offend someone for no reason at all. Especially, if I feel like I have to do that, then there's something internally in me that I need to address as a person. There's something that I'm lacking or missing, or I'm not fulfilled in some area of my life. There's something going on with me if I feel like I have a right to treat people any kind of way. And even if it boils down to just looking at someone, with a evil heart or evil spirit behind it, that's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's just a look. It could be looks, it could be words, it could be actions, physical actions. Like I said, it doesn't matter. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Have you ever experienced anything like this? And it doesn't have to be just, one particular race or a particular gender or anything. Like, have you ever had an interaction with someone where you felt like they were just rude to you for no reason at all, and that you didn't do anything wrong, that you've tried to just be the best person that you can be, or you went above and beyond to be friendly towards someone, but it was just hard for them to do the same and reciprocate it towards you? Let me know in the comments. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you like my video, please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.